Going on? Zuco here with the birds. Back with another Shadowlands 9.2 prep video. We are talking today about Outlaw Rogue. Holy cow, I can't even think straight. Outlaw Rogue, we got this. We got this, we got this. So we did Sub Rogue, and I'm going to talk today about Outlaw Rogue. We're going to talk about the tier set bonus. We're going to talk about the double legendary combinations that we can look forward to. We can equip one Covenant legendary, one regular legendary. What are some good combinations? We're going to look at those, look at the tier set. See how Combat Rogue is doing. I know I don't see a lot of Combat Rogue. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Outlaw Rogue. I should just be banned right on the spot for that. I don't see a lot of Outlaw Rogues. It's a really wild west of a spec. I don't know if you guys have played it, but it's for those of you guys who understand, it's just really crazy. It's like on the fly decisions have to be made all the time. There's abilities are proccing, abilities are coming off cooldown. It's essentially it rides or dies by this passive here, right? So your finishing moves reduce the cooldown of everything. Adrenaline rush, between the eyes, blade flurry, grappling hook, roll the bone, sprint, killing spree, vanish. Everything gets cooled down as you do more finishing moves. It's all about speed. The more haste you have, the more speed you have. You got to keep your slice and dice up. The quicker this spec runs, and the more you'll cool down all your abilities, and you just keep casting them as they come off cooldown. You're just rolling through all your abilities and going 100 miles an hour. So it's just a wild spec, and it's a lot of fun to play. And right now I'm Kyrian. Excuse me, guys. Let me look at the combinations we're going to look forward to in 9.2. Okay, so here's what I want to say really quickly about all the legendaries. First of all, I think that the Kyrian one, the Echoing Reprimand, is like provides some of the best synergies for all three of the specs, and provides some of the best like smoothing out gameplay that you can ask for. Because I explained in the subtlety video, guys, if you don't know what Resounding Clarity does, it essentially it anima charges my combo points. So just watch this. Okay, so you can see how, oh, whoops, that was really bad. Okay, here we go. So I have 3 combo points here that are all white, and that's because they're anima charged. What does that mean? It means if I spend one of those combo points on a finisher, so if I spend 3 combo points on a finisher, 4 combo points on a finisher, or 5 combo points on a finisher right now, those all count as 7-point finishers. You can see the buffs rolling in the top here. They last for a very, very long time. So there's a ton of like versatility in this Covenant choice and going Kyrian. And look at the cooldown of Echoing Reprimand. It's almost back. It's going to come back before these even come off cooldown. So you can have this buff rolling all the time, and it gives you a bunch of like versatility in how you want to spend your combo points. You know, when you start getting into those drought periods of having like low energy and not a lot of combo points, how do you dig yourself out of it? Well, you can do it with Echoing Reprimand, because you can press, resounding. You can press, sorry, echoing reprimand here. And look, let's say I'm in a drought right now, and I'm like, I only want to spend 2 combo points. I'm gonna hit this. Oh, I went up to 3, but you can see what I'm talking about. There, I only have 2. I press my finisher. It counts as 7. So it counts as 7 combo points being spent, which reduces the cooldown of everything in this kit, in our entire kit, right? Everything gets reduced per combo point by 1 second. So every time you press Echoing Reprimand and you have those combo point finishers, they count as 7, and it reduces all your cooldowns by 7 seconds, which is incredibly good. And sometimes in Rogue, you can have these little weird drought periods where you're like out of energy, out of combo points. This really helps to dig you out of that. Besides that, the other um, Covenant abilities, sorry, are fine. There's nothing wrong with them at all. Flagellation's good. It does a good amount of damage up front, and every time you spend combo points, it triggers like this lashing effect on enemies. So you like press flagellation and then you start spending combo points as quickly as possible, and it keeps lashing out and hitting the enemies. It's very good. Serrated Bone Spike is like very clean. It's really nice to just have an extra reliable combo point builder. Um, that works. It puts a bleed on the enemies as well. The damage is like not that incredible, but really the bonus of Serrated Bone Spike is you get 3 charges, and it's just like a very rapid, quick way to build combo points if you need to do it. It can fill the same kind of niche that Echoing Reprimand does. It helps you build combo points when you otherwise might not be able to. Maybe you're in a bit of a drought, energy and combo point wise, and you can help to build those back. Sepsis is just a big dot. It's really a lot better, I think, on Assassination Rogue because you get more benefits from the nature damage that's being dealt. It also allows one use of a stealth ability, which is not as good for Outlaw Rogue. It's better for Subtlety Rogue, quite frankly, because Shadow Strike is such a huge button for Subtlety Rogue. So again, Sepsis is good, Flagellation is good, and Serrated Bone Spike are good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if they have the same kind of versatility and synergy as Echoing Reprimand does. So just keep that in mind. First, for combat rogue. Oh my gosh, it's too much for Outlaw Rogue. You guys got to we got to keep a tally of how many times I've said it 3 times now, right? For Outlaw Rogue, what are the good legendary combinations that we're looking at? I'm gonna focus on the Echoing Reprimand, the Kyrian one, plus something else, and I'm gonna talk about it right now. So, what do I think is a good uh, combination legendary with Echoing Reprimand, the Resounding Clarity one here? Really, any of these are fine. This is the big one that most people take. Adrenaline Rush increases your damage, and you have a chance while Slice and Dice is active to get Adrenaline Rush. Obviously, Adrenaline Rush is our huge cooldown. It gives you massive energy regeneration. It just gives you 50 energy, and obviously gives you 50 maximum energy, but it also gives you 50 energy. It's important to know, and increases your attack speed by 20%. So even if you were getting Adrenaline Rush for 3 seconds, it's so amazing. Like, um, it's just really amazing. Let me just show you how quickly we can get things going here. So watch this. Watch our damage, and just watch how fast Outlaw Rogue, not Combat Rogue, Outlaw Rogue. Watch how fast everything moves here. We're ready for this. Here we go. Let's roll the bones first. Let's do this. Here we go. Let's do this actually first. Use a finisher. Get this rolling. There we go. Look at my cooldowns going. It's gonna cool everything down. Look at I'm cooling down Killing Spree right now. There's a 7-point finisher I just used. We're gonna hit this again. Gonna do between the eyes. Get that cooldown. We got roll the bones back again. Killing Spree is almost back again. Not even using this. Let's get that. There we go. We got our things back. Okay, we've got Blade Flurry plus Killing Spree. Can't even see straight. I don't know why this isn't rolling. I gotta press this. Gotta hit this. Blade Flurry's back. Between the eyes is back. Here we go. We're going back in. Roll the bones is back. Let's spend that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Adrenaline Rush is back. We would go again. Keep going on Adrenaline Rush. Like, it's just wild, guys. It's just like, you just keep going. Blade Flurry. There we go. We're back into our, there we go. We're getting our 7-point finishers now. And we're gonna spend that one. Roll the bones. Let's get this up again. Oh, already have that going. Okay, cool. Slice and Dice is active forever now. That's great. Okay, Killing Spree is almost back. We do have Blade Flurry active, so we're going to do Killing Spree. Like, this is just, it's so quick. It's so quick, and you can see that, like, the Resounding Clarity stuff just gives you these really cool, this ability to, I'm getting the 5-point things now, but gives you the ability to get these 7-point combo finishers, which synergizes with Restless Blades really well. Again, seven combo points equals 7 seconds off all the cooldowns, and you can just see how quickly they all come back. It's ridiculous. You know, this is a 30-second cooldown. It's back every 4 seconds. 5 seconds, let's say. This is a 45-second cooldown. It's back every 10 seconds. This Killing Spree is a 2-minute cooldown. It's back every, like, 30 seconds. Roll of Bones was up, like, permanently. It's just insane. This is how quick and how crazy Outlaw Rogue is. So, what's a really fun legendary? First of all, you're going to get the Kyrian legendary. That's what I'm running right now. This is why I get 4 anima charged combo points. You can see that 4 out of my 5 combo points were white instead of red. That's because I have the legendary for Echoing Reprimand. I have it on right now. What if we take that off and instead we're going to put on this one. Sinister Strike, this one. We're going to try. This is like my favorite one to try. I love this interaction. When Sinister Strike hits an additional time, there's a 40% chance your next pistol shot will fire 3 additional times. So that means that we want this talent here. We want Sinister Strike to have an additional chance of striking an additional time. If you guys don't know, Sinister Strike for combat for Outlaw. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. Sinister Strike for Outlaw Rogue has a 45% chance because of this talent to strike an additional time and makes your next pistol shot half cost and do double damage. And then with this legendary, your Sinister Strike, when it strikes that additional time, your next pistol shot has a chance to fire 3 times, which is like, it's so much fun. So much fun. I'm going to show you. Here we go. There we go. Blade Flurry. We're going to hit this. So whenever the pistol shot gets triggered, we're going to press it because we have a chance. Here we go. Pressing it. Okay. It has a chance to fire like 3 times. There, it just fired 3 times right there. You can see it. Blade Flurry. Watch the pistol shot. Every time pistol shot comes off. Here we go. We got it. They're going to trigger it. Nope, we didn't get it. Watch the pistol shot. Okay, it's up. Press it again. There, it went 3 times again. Did you see that? So that's what we're talking about. That's the legendary there. So you can see pistol shot was only cast 8 times, but it hit 14 times. That's an extra 6 because it hit 3 times. Anyway, so Sinister Strike, that's fun. I really enjoy it. It's actually just really, really fun to get it. When it strikes 3 additional times, it generates 3 additional combo points, by the way. So there's some wonderful synergy there. But really, you can combine Resounding Clarity with these two. They're fine. This natural damage increase one is also fine. Kind of boring, but fine. You could do the Between the Eyes one. Um, is also fine. I think celer- celerity. I can't even talk. I think celerity is like the best one, probably. This is just a really fun playstyle, guys. So I think they're both fine. Um, Again, with the other 3 legendaries, I don't think there's a ton of like synergies that are very obvious at first glance. Um, in terms of what other legendaries you're gonna want to, in terms just for Outlaw, if you're taking the other covenants, these sort of lend themselves to being either assassination or subtlety. I think there's just better synergies there. Like the versatility that you might get from the flagellation legendary is a little bit more of a sub rogue thing. Toxic Onslaught Sepsis is a nature damage thing. It's a bit more of an assassination rogue thing. Death Spike is okay. This is just an AoE legendary that makes Serrated Bone Spike hit more targets and have more charges. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's good. There just isn't like the same kind of synergies as the Resounding Clarity one because you get the 7 point cooldown reduction, 7 seconds are so cool. So that's sort of what I'm thinking about in terms of running. If I'm gonna stay Kyrian, I'm gonna either run this one just for the fun play style of having the extra pistol shots, or more likely is I'm gonna go for the Adrenaline Rush one because Adrenaline Rush is now increasing your damage, and we are reducing the cooldown of Adrenaline Rush very, very, very quickly because we have the 7 point combo finisher. So enough about that. Let's just move over to the tier sets really quick. And I'm going to show you what our tier set is going to be for Outlaw Rogue, not Combat Rogue, Outlaw Rogue. Let's look at it here. Tornado Trigger. Your main gauge has a 25% chance to fire a pistol shot. So that's really cool. Main gauge is our mastery. So it's your main hand attacks have a 30% chance to trigger an attack with your offhand that does damage. And that offhand attack has a whole bunch of other synergies. Like your offhand attacks have a 75% chance to grant energy. Um, that's what main gauge is. That's your mastery. So now your main gauge has a 25% chance to fire a pistol shot. Okay, that's cool. That's going to generate 1 combo point, um, which is good. Nothing wrong with that. What's the 4-piece? Your pistol shot has a 50% chance to load a hidden bullet from your sleeves up to 6 times. After loading 6 bullets, Between the Eyes has its cooldown reset and it costs no energy. Between the Eyes is this finisher, very powerful finisher. When you use Between the Eyes, it increases your crit chance by 20%. So you want to be using this like as much as possible. And critical strikes with Between the Eyes do 4 times normal damage. So Between the Eyes is a finisher that you want to be using like all the time. You want to be like, you want to start your combat off. Oh, sorry, I realized you guys couldn't see that. Let me just show you really quick. You start your combat off. Your first finisher really should be a Between the Eyes, right? And I didn't do that very well. when I was showing you guys this, but really, if you want to start, it should be like Adrenaline Rush, Blade Flurry, then you use Resounding Clarity, and then your first finisher needs to be Between the Eyes, because it increases your crit chance, right? Obviously. Then you want to try and reduce the cooldown of it. Anyway, so what this 4-piece is telling us is that your pistol shots have a 50% chance to load these hidden bullets. After you get 6 bullets, your next Between the Eyes, or the Between the Eyes gets its cooldown reset to 0, and it costs no energy, which is really, really, really cool. So interesting. So what are the implications here? Number one, the 2-piece says that your main gauge has a 25% chance to fire a pistol shot. You must keep slice and dice up all the time. You want to be attacking as quickly as possible. As fast as you can possibly attack, you want to be doing that. So Alacrity is another good one. Your finishing moves. I mean, we took Alacrity anyway, but you get Haste, which is increasing your attack speed. Um, that's like pretty much mandatory here. And then there's no other like sort of attack speed bonuses here, but obviously you want to be getting your slice and dice up immediately, and you want to have it rolling all the time as much as possible. And then you want to have haste food, and you want to be taking alacrity because the haste is going to make everything go quicker, which is going to increase your chance to proc main gauge, which is going to increase your chance to get a pistol shot fired off of your main gauge, which is going to increase your chance to load one of those hidden bullets and get a free Between the Eyes. Okay, that's the synergy we're talking about. More attack speed, more main gauge procs, more pistol shots being fired. Also, the 4-piece says that pistol shot has just any pistol shot whatsoever has a 50% chance to hide a bullet up your sleeve. So what does that mean? You could take this legendary. You could take this Sinister Strike legendary that gives your pistol shot a chance to fire 3 additional times. So those 3 additional pistol shots that you fire, that means you'll fire 4 if you get the proc. They will put 4. They have a 50%. They all have a 50% chance to put a hidden bullet into the sleeves, which has a chance to give you the Between the Eyes. So this legendary here is the absolute one that synergizes with this tier set bonus that's coming in. If you're gonna really go for the tier set bonus and you want to play Outlaw Rogue, you probably need to run this legendary plus whichever other Covenant legendary you are gonna be. Whatever Covenant you're gonna be, you're gonna get that legendary, and then this is gonna be your legendary of choice because like having 3 additional pistol shots gives you such a higher chance of getting those hidden bullets and getting the free Between the Eyes. So there will absolutely be a build where like you start combat and your first finisher is the Between the Eyes, and then you like reduce the cooldown of the Between the Eyes just by all your gameplay, and you press your Between the Eyes again, and then you get a concealed blunderbuss proc, and that gets you a bunch of those hidden sleeves, hidden bullets in your sleeves, and you get the free Between the Eyes once again. So like, very, very, very strong. Obviously, Between the Eyes also synergizes with Blade Flurry. It means that you will hit 4 nearby enemies. So if you have Blade Flurry active while you press Between the Eyes, you get 20% more crit on all nearby enemies, right? Not just your target. So this is a really powerful finisher, and they're basically giving you a free chance to reset the cooldown of it with this. So you need to get as much haste as possible, have slice and dice going as much as possible. Serenity is also good as well because like you have a chance while slice and dice is active to get adrenaline rush. Adrenaline rush increases your attack speed by 20% as well. So either one of these is once again perfectly fine with the tier set bonus that we're talking about here. So I think these are kind of the clear winners. The DPS of this one here is fine. Like the extra 15% damage, the ebb and flow thing is fine. Um, this one is okay. The Between the Eyes has a chance to increase the damage of an next pistol shot. That's like okay. This is a 100% chance, by the way. If you have 5 combo points, 5 times 20% is 100%. So, like, this is sort of more guaranteed damage. And if you're going to be resetting the cooldown of Between the Eyes a lot more, then maybe this legendary actually goes up in priority. But I'm going to say that these 2 are the ones that you want. And you're going to combine it with Resounding Clarity or whichever other ones you want down here. In terms of the tier set bonus, we're looking at, this main gauge proc, the pistol shots, giving you a chance to give you your Between the Eyes back. So that's kind of what Outlaw Rogue is looking at, guys. Moving into 9.2. Those are the legendary combinations that you're going to want to look at. Those are the that's the tier set bonus that you're going to be getting. Not a whole lot is changing in terms of the soul bind. You're still going to run all the same kind of stuff you're going to want. The main gauge conduit is obviously going to be mandatory if you're going for the tier set bonus, because while you have Blade Flurry active, you have another almost 5% chance to get a main gauge proc, which is going to get you closer to getting this Between the Eyes proc. So all very good stuff. It's more damage. It's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. I think it's sort of more of the same. It doesn't change the Outlaw Rogue playstyle that much, really at all actually. It's just going to give you more of what you already have, and it's going to be very, very powerful at that. So let me know what you guys think about Outlaw Rogue moving into 9.2, and we will see you in the next one.